CompilerSutra.
Before we jump into kernel execution or writing GPU code, we must answer a very simple and important question. Which GPU am I using? This video we will divide into three parts. The part 1 will talk about how to detect the GPU using OpenCL. The part 2 will discuss about how we can set up OpenCL headers. The part 3 will discuss about how we can write a minimum C++ working code that detect our GPU. Let's move to the part 1. Detecting your GPU or know your GPU. To retrieve information about which GPU device your system is using, we need to use the OpenCL API. Some of the most important OpenCL functions involved in the device detection are clGetPlatformID, clGetDeviceID, clGetDeviceInfo, clGetPlatformID, detect all OpenCL platform, clGetDeviceID, it will query available devices, CPU or GPU in your system, clGetDeviceInfo, fetch information about the device. Let's go in detail about each of them. Image you are seeing is the function signature of clGetPlatformID. This API helps you find out what OpenCL environment provided by companies like NVIDIA, Intel, AMD are available on your computer or laptop. Let's understand each parameter one by one. This function asks the system which OpenCL drivers are installed. These environments, also called as platform in OpenCL, are like software layers provided by hardware companies. They act as a bridge that let your programmer talk to their hardware like GPU or CPU. So basically, signature which you are seeing here, it consists of three parameters. Let's understand each one. The first parameter, num entries. This tells OpenCL how many environment or entries you are ready to store. For example, if you say 3, you are saying I am ready to store information of up to 3 environment platform. This is where system will write the list of those environments. If you are not ready to store the list yet and just want to know how many exist, you can pass null pointer here. Num platform. This will return the total number of available OpenCL environments your system has installed, even if you are not saving the list right now. Even if you did not request the list, it will tell you how many exist. Well, what it gives as a in return. CL success if it works and error occur if something went wrong. The second one is clGetDeviceID. The image you are seeing is the function signature of clGetDeviceID. This API lists all available devices under a specific OpenCL platform. Let's break down its parameters. The function asks what device like CPU or GPU are available under a specific driver. Once you know what platform you have, you can check what device they offer. The function, what you are seeing on the screen, consists of 5 parameters. The first one, platform, tells us the first one platform, OpenCL environment you want to check like Intel or NVIDIA. Device type, what kind of device you want. Num entries tell us maximum number of device ID you want, and devices, a place to store the found device ID. And num devices, this will return the number of devices found. What it will give us back, CL success if it worked and error occurred if something went wrong. After that, the third one is clGetDeviceInfo. The image you are seeing is the function signature of clGetDeviceInfo. This API fetches information such as device name, memory size, vendor name, and number of compute unit. Here is what each parameter means. This function first will ask, give me detail about this specific device. You can get information like the device name, memory size, vendor number of compute unit, etc. Part 1, that is API for knowing info about your GPU, is done. Now let's move to the second part, that is setting up your OpenCL headers. On some systems, especially macOS or when using custom toolchain, OpenCL headers may not be available in the default compiler include path. To fix this, we need to manually clone the official OpenCL header. Link for cloning it you can get in the description. Assume you clone it to the path which is showing on the screen, then you have to use the hyphen flag during compilation to include the headers. Make sure clang is installed and available in your system. You can check by using clang ++ version. If not installed, then install it using your system package manager. Example, for Mac Brave install, and for Linux use you can use sudo apt-get install clang. Second part is done. Let's move to part 3. Till now, we have completed API needed to detect our GPU device for OpenCL and how to install OpenCL headers. Let's move to part 3, that is how to detect GPU device using OpenCL. Welcome to the third part of today's video, where we go in depth on how to write a C++ program and use the OpenCL API to detect which GPU device the system is using. The goal is to help you understand each step conceptually and how it maps to the actual code. Let's see step by step. Algorithm overview. Below are the logical steps we follow along with how we practically implement each using C++ and OpenCL API. Step 1. Set up OpenCL version. Basically, what does it do? It defines the target OpenCL version for the compiler. For that, we use macros as defined CL target OpenCL version. These macros tell us which target OpenCL version we want to use. So here 200 means we want OpenCL 2.0. If it is 300, it means we are using OpenCL 3.0. This ensures we use OpenCL 2.0 compatible API headers, defines which version of OpenCL API we are using. The second will brings OpenCL and standard IO support together. The third one is discover platform. It determines how many OpenCL platform are installed. So if we use API clGetPlatformID to get platform count, this tells us how many vendors provide OpenCL support on the system. Find out how many OpenCL platform are available. The fourth one is select a platform. Pick the first available OpenCL platform. For that, we use the API clGetPlatformIDs. It retrieves one platform ID to work with its subsequent API called choose one OpenCL platform. The fifth one is discover device. We query the number of GPU devices under the selected platform. We use API clGetDeviceID. This API ensures that we know how many GPU devices are connected. Find GPU devices available on the platform. Sixth is, once we are able to get all these things, we have to select one GPU device to use. So for that purpose, we use clGetDeviceID. This handles one GPU device and store handles to the first GPU device for querying. The seventh step is query deep GPU information. Once we are ready with our setup, what we do, we retrieve the hardware specification for the selected GPUs. For that purpose, we use the API clGetDeviceInfo. Then eighth is, we just print the result to the console. The basic how the code will look like. Let's break down into simple and easy steps. Here at the first, what we are doing, we are setting up the OpenCL version. What it is doing, it's tell the compiler to use OpenCL 2.0 API